We are born, and one day we will die. A whole life described in just one sentence, so simple, right? Or let's talk about just a part of life. I started school as a little kid. Slowly, I grew up. And now, I have a job. Or even smaller, just one moment from life. I kicked the ball, and it became a goal. So, I just showed you 3 parts of life, from big to small. A listener heard it, or a reader read it. But did they see anything? Did the listener or reader actually imagine the moment? Could they picture it in their minds? Think about this. If something can't be imagined by your audience, how will you show it on a cinema screen? How will that scene touch their emotions, their feelings? Where will the beauty or the art of the scene come from? This is where the idea of slow motion comes in. You need slow motion to look back at your own life or to help others understand your life, thoughts, and ideas. When we see in slow motion, that's when we truly see life. Imagine you're thinking, "Wow, I've grown up so much." But does that one sentence hold everything about your growing up? Not really. To say that, you had to think of many small memories: the day your mother fed you and took you to school, playing football with friends, moving to a new city for college, getting your first job, and later, watching kids playing in your old playground. And that's when the thought came, "Wow, I've grown up so much." Now, as a listener or reader, which version could you picture better? That is slow motion. Sure, you can say a moment in one sentence, but to show it on screen, you must break it into parts, slow motion. That's how you touch the viewer's heart. That's how they connect emotionally. But is slow motion only needed for movies or books? No. Even to understand your own life, you need slow motion. If you think deeply, you'll see, one moment in life wouldn't exist if the earlier ones hadn't happened. Each moment is a result of many small past moments. One moment doesn't happen on its own. All these small moments, these are the slow motions. These are the art. Let's try adding slow motion to our first example. Before, we said, "We are born, and one day we'll die." Now let's break that down. After I was born, the nurse gave my tiny, blood-covered body to my father. My parents taught me my first words. One day, holding their hands, I went to school. Later, I got a new job and brought sweets for my parents. I got married, and a new family member joined us. Then, one day, someone left us. My father passed away. My kids went to school holding my mother's hand, just like I did. She too passed away. Now, my children are young and full of energy. And I have become old. Just like my parents, I'm now waiting for the end. Can you see the scenes in your mind now? Now, let's go to the third example. I kicked the ball, and it became a goal. How can you show this scene emotionally and make it exciting for viewers? Imagine the slow-motion version. Alex passed me the ball from the corner. I received it and started running forward. I passed David and Max. I was near the goalpost. The stadium was shouting my name, Sandy. Sandy. I moved closer, the crowd stood up in excitement. I almost fell but balanced myself. I kicked the ball to the right side of the goalpost. It touched the goalkeeper's hand and went in. What a roar from the crowd. At home, my mother shouted in joy, "My Sandy did it. My Sandy did it." See? You felt the emotion and excitement, didn't you? That's the magic of slow motion. The more slow motion detail you put in your script, the clearer your film becomes. It even makes filmmaking easier. You've already imagined the scenes like homework. You won't need to figure it all out during shooting. You'll just arrange them on screen. As a film writer or filmmaker, if you can't connect to your own scene, your audience won't either. Slow motion makes the story realistic. It shows your skill and creativity as a filmmaker. Slow motion is not just a film trick. It's a philosophy of life, an art form. To use it, you need the right perspective.